Alright guys, it's the next morning. Get the tractor warming up. I already know she's going to be back down on her side, if she's even alive. Alright, she's alive. Let's see her moving. So I'm going to get this gate opened up. We're going to get hip clamps back on her. And we're going to keep trying. So I'm very quickly losing faith in this one. I don't really know, what else to do. Let me show it to you real quick. I'll show her how bad this looks. Then I'm going to start working on her. I'm going to try and get something I can drench her with, corn syrup, something. And I'm going to try and get some B12 today. Give her that. It's the only ideas I have. I'll switch the camera around. So this is the problem. They get over on their side like this, and they can't get up. You can see she's been trying for a while now. Okay. Let me hit clamps and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is how that works. Grabs them by their hips right there on both sides. See, use the tractor to pick her up. Now normally they'll get up on their own from here. Give her just a second, see if she tries. I don't think she will. So I've got another strap, and then this one, I'll get that wrapped around her front, right up underneath kind of her armpits. We'll get her picked up level, and then I'll try to get some feed in front of her and see if she'll eat it. And if not, I'm at least going to get her set back down the way she's laying down. None of them are laying down right now. Laying down the way a cow should. And then I'll run into town to see if I can find that vitamin B12 and something to drench her with. Alright. I can't get her to sit back upright at all. This isn't working. She's even worse than last night. So we're going to try something else. I'm running to town. Find something to drench her with and see if I can find that B12. I'm pretty sure, even though Atwood's farm store doesn't carry it, I'm pretty sure the hardware store does. So I think they're open. Swing by there and see what they got, and then at the very least we'll get something to push down her throat. She just has no energy. She won't really move. It's not looking good. So maybe if I can just get some calories in her. I don't know. Gotta try something though. Let's see what I can find. Alright, here's where I'm at basically. So Doc gave me this, I called Vet. So he gave me some of this as an oral gel. It's there you go, you can see it. CMPK, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. They were also able to give me some vitamin B12 complex. So I shot her in the neck with some of that. And then what I've been trying is I mixed some of this with a little bit of water. Out of that water there, that's why it's kind of brown. That's a protein tub. There's still a little bit in it. So it's kind of just tinted. Anyway, that's fine. And I've just been trying to flush that, or drench her rather, get her just to get try to get calories in her. And so, see, I don't know, she's eating about that much of it. Plus I had to get it down to about here before I could get water in it. That feed's all kind of mushy because of the rain, but I thought maybe she'd eat on it if I put it there in front of her. This is kind of my setup. She's not perfectly level. She won't quite get to her feet. She's getting closer though. She's moving around more, so that's good. So yeah, we're just gonna keep working with her, see if I can get her to drench some more of this corn syrup. See if I can just get some energy in her and get her to where she can stand up on her own. And if she does, then I'll get that whole bag of sweet feed and give it to her. So the vet's prognosis was that I had probably a 20% chance of saving this one, which was kind of what I figured. I'm gonna do everything I can though. So, they did say he could come out after hours. It cost about $200 to get him out here, and he'd give her steroids, which would help, but still prognosis wasn't very good. Let me adjust my straps here, see if I can get her up a little higher. Still struggling here. She's eating most of that corn syrup. Now, the last time I lost that heifer, my uncle pointed out one thing I could do was milk colostrum off of them. And I can put that in the freezer, and then if I have calf problems, I can give them my actual colostrum, which has antibodies from, you know, out here on my land. As you can see, she's got a nice full milk bag, and her calf is dead. So even if she lives, she doesn't need it. But she's not dead yet, and I'm not giving up on her. We're going to keep working on her as long as I have to, or until she dies. But in the meanwhile, I can at least get some colostrum I can save back, and maybe even if I lose her, I'll be able to use that to help save a calf someday. So she hasn't really drank this whole thing of corn syrup, although she's drank most of it. I spill a little bit of it here and there, but I think I'm gonna try and give her some more. My slings had kind of slipped. I had to rearrange them, so I finally kind of got her back up like this. And as you can see, she acts like she wants to stand up, but if I put the weight back on her legs, she just flops right back over on her side. So anyway, keep working. So I stopped to go get some lunch and some more diesel for the tractor. She's still sitting out there. I just got back. I haven't gone out there to look at her, but I noticed when I came up, my reverse lights were on, and they're still on. So before I go back out there, I better figure that out so I don't have a dead battery. I don't know, maybe something's wet. A lot of water on the road right now. It's kind of a weird problem though. The last thing I need is to be stranded out here if I need to go get something or do something. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and research this, see if I can figure out what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with my truck, so I just disconnected the battery so it won't go dead on me. Got back out here, she was on her side again. I figured. I got her picked back up. A little bit of improvement. She's actually trying to plant with her back legs, and she's actually taking some of the tension out of that chain with her back legs, so that's good. She's nowhere close to standing up on her own, but she's closer than she was earlier. Like I said, I had to stop and get lunch, and I got more diesel for the tractor just to make sure I don't run out. You know, I saw a thing about a Case all-electric backhoe the other day. One of the things it mentioned that I thought was kind of gimmicky when I read it, but it said that when you're not using it, when you're sitting there waiting on a truck or something like that, it's not using any fuel. And then I'm sitting here watching my tractor, having to listen to it, just idling. But every once in a while I need to move the bucket, so it doesn't make any sense to turn it off. Look at her trying to stand up. Come on. Anyway, electric tractor might not be a bad idea. Alright. Keep trying to get her up, I guess. I don't know what else to do. This has gone from bad to worse. She's hypothermic now. So I'm going to try and get her in here, over into that little nook. And we're going to see if we can start getting her warmed up. I've got a propane heater I'm going to try. We'll see. Not looking good though. Okay. So I drug some of my sheet metal over. Made kind of a makeshift roof. As you can see, it's got a lot of holes in it. It's better than nothing though. I found this big piece of foam. I think it's a mattress topper maybe. I kind of blocked off this side what I could. I'm gonna keep looking and seeing if there's something else I can plug this hole up with a little bit better. And then on the back side there, that's refrigerators and some plywood that have been just stacked right over there. I've been trying to think of a good way to get rid of them, and then they came in handy. So this is why farmers don't throw stuff away. And this little propane heater here, I bought at an auction for like $5. Not sure what I was gonna do with it, but thought it'd be kind of cool. So I robbed the gas hose off of my grill that my parents gave me, and I set it up in here, and I'm gonna try and figure out a way to cover these holes, but this is the best shot I have of getting her warmed back up, I think. Basically, if I can't get her body temp back up, she's dead. So she's still alive for now, so me and her are gonna have a camp out tonight. I'll stay out here with her all night into the morning if I have to. I am aware carbon monoxide. Especially worried about it for her because her face is down on the ground. As long as I'm sitting upright, it's probably not really a problem. Obviously, still pretty well ventilated. Giant hole here. Her being right there on the ground, though, it's heavier than air. It could collect down there, and that could kill her. But at this point, I don't have a lot of options. So we're gonna try it. Like I said, if I can't warm her up, she's dead anyway. So I'll let you know. So my parents got to come out a while back. We were looking at these weird tarps that were kind of folded up on a pallet over on the side of the hay barn. We were trying to figure out what they were, kind of looking at them. Who knows? Well, I figured it out. It's part of the air barrier system on the Mason cow rewarming fort 1.0, patent pending. So found that, threw that over there, and I don't know how well you can tell, but I've pretty well blocked off all these air gaps, through here. It doesn't have much for insulation value, but as every engineer knows, there's three forms of heat transfer: convection, conduction, and radiation. And convection is one of the most powerful, and it has to do with moving air. So if I can stop the air from moving through this, that will significantly increase the insulating value of this roof, even though it doesn't have any particular R value by itself. So I want this space inside of here to be one convective cell, and this is where I want all my heat to stay, and it can circulate around in here however it wants to. The refrigerators, as you know, are made out of insulation. Hay, decent insulator. Memory foam mattress. What's the biggest complaint about memory foam mattresses? They keep the heat in, get hot, so that's going to be a decent insulator. The only problem I have is this hole. I can feel the cold air coming in. What I've done to mitigate that is just put the heat source on this side of her. That way, as the cold air comes in, it's going to be tempered by the warm air of the heater right there. And I'm going to keep looking around, see if I can come up with something else to close this gap up. And I actually was just thinking I could probably just stick a hay bale right here, so I may just do that. And then we're going to have a sleepover out here in the hay barn. Me and number 8. I'll cuddle with her to share body warmth if that's what it takes to keep her alive.